Speaking of the states, the United States, the election inches closer, and every day it just seems to get worse for Kamala Harris. She's going backwards in the polls and Trump's going forwards. That masterstroke, of course, of his over the weekend going to Macca's. And guess what? We have another example of Harris plagiarising. We brought you the story a week or two ago about large tranches of a book she wrote back in 2007 about crime having been copied from Wikipedia and other academic pieces. Well, an outlet in the US has looked further into her publications and lo and behold found more. They report that in the most egregious allegation so far, Ms Harris, who was then San Francisco District Attorney, is accused of lifting almost 1,200 words from the 2007 congressional testimony of Republican Paul Logley, the District Attorney of Winnebago in Illinois. It represented 80% of her 1,500 word submitted testimony to the House Judiciary Committee in support of the John R. Justice Act, a student loan repayment scheme for prosecutors. And of course, at the time she was a prosecutor. She then went on to be the Attorney General of California. And guess what? They found another example where she took some text from the website for the National Human Trafficking Hotline. Now, this piece of text on the Human Trafficking Hotline's website was an example of the sort of phone calls they receive. Not an actual phone call they received, just an example of the sort of stuff they hear on the hotline, i.e. it's not real, it's a made-up one because, of course, you can't give out actual phone calls you receive, privacy and whatever else, but just giving people an idea of what they hear every day. Well, she took that, Harris took that, quoted it verbatim. It's not real. She quoted the whole thing and it wasn't even real. And of course, you know, it's not only these tranches of text from Wikipedia and whatever in books and submissions to congressional hearings that she's stealing all her policies from Trump, as we know.
It's a pattern.
She is a professional plagiariser. How can you take her seriously at this point?
Well, on the helpline that you just mentioned, apparently authorities' concerns were raised when the text that she read out as though it was real was, help, help, I've been invited to a party by P. Diddy. And that was, someone thought, hang on, no, that sounds like a very...
P. Diddy jokes abound.
Doesn't sound like a...
She probably was.
She probably was. But, okay, so I've never understood plagiarism in the first place, right? It is the worst sin you can commit as a journo. Like, it is just so lazy and it is pretty much unforgivable. I'm not sure of many, if any, people who have really come back from it. It's absolutely terrible. I don't know. As a writer, I just cannot fathom as a writer. It would be like, can you imagine a painter like doing a knockoff of the Mona Lisa and saying, look, I did this. Like, how could you live with that? If you actually care about what you're doing and you actually have any degree of integrity or love for what you're doing, and if you're a politician or you're a crusading DA or a crusading Attorney General, that has to be the core passion of your life. And if you are just cutting and pasting someone else's passion into yours, it actually proves that you stand for nothing, you don't believe in anything.
And you don't know what you're talking about, which is why you're getting somebody else to talk about it.
Like, I think it's even more visceral than that. It's just simply that you just don't really care. Anyone who really cared about the law would never do that. But secondly, even if you are going to plagiarise, at least plagiarise something good.
Oh, no.
Don't plagiarise Wikipedia. Don't plagiarise a Republican whose job it is to try to catch you out for doing things like plagiarising. How can you be so stupid not to think that eventually you will be caught? I want to see, and the icing on the cake for this, I want to see, this is 1,200 out of 1,500 words, I want to see Media Watch do that thing where they highlight the two texts and have a man and a woman read out all 1,200 words.
One of the journos has genuinely done that. He's known as the plagiarism finder, and he took it upon himself to overturn every single word that this woman, to prove she doesn't have an independent thought, and if she did, it would die of loneliness. But hey, otherwise, the Democrat campaign is going about as well as you can expect.
Now, I notice my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on my sweater already, mom's spaghetti. I'm nervous, but on the surface I look calm and ready to drop bombs, but I keep on forgetting.
Yes, that is Barack Obama, former president of the United States, just letting rip a Eminem song, who is a famous white rapper who was on stage because the Dems love their celebrity endorsements. He was on stage to announce the arrival of Barack Obama, who then came on stage to do an Eminem rap. I mean, this is the stuff.
You know why I did it? Because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Yo!
Oh, God, Joe.
Do you know the rest of the song?
No, I don't know that.
Like,
do you know Eminem
do
is
the
the world's fastest
Do the full
rapper?
length.
He's the world's fastest rapper, is he?
Yeah, he's just did another one called Rap God or Rapzilla, I think, or something, and they reckon it's the fastest rapping ever done.
Good
His
heavens.
latest album.
Wow.
The kids love it.
I don't know.
That Barack Obama is cool. Barack Obama actually is like, you see
I
him
think
up
that
there,
knocked
and
off some cool points.
He's the
Didn't
weapon.
add.
Nah, black guys can
Come on.
dance, mate.
Yeah, well,
He wasn't even dancing.
You
that
do
was
have a-
No, he can jump.
You do have a point there. I'm not sure that white people should ever rap, to be perfect. Like, you can call me racist for saying it, but I don't think they should do it. But, like, is that really what they think at this point of the campaign is
They've
actually
given up.
going to be?
The polls are so bad, they've legitimately given up.
He is the best performer they have. Barack Obama is the best asset they have.
He's the best orator.
When Kamala Harris goes up and tries to do stuff that's fun, that's offbeat, that, you know, she did her own little musical number as well. It just looks horrible because it just looks so fake. Whereas Obama actually looks like he's having a good time, and he's got also the.
He's trying to own it.
Also,
I'm not sure it's working
because you
for
know
him.
he's actually someone of real intelligence and real substance. When he cuts loose a bit, it's actually funny. Whereas when Kamala does it, it's like she's just a kind of balloon, just sort of that someone's let the air out, floating around the room.